Stock Analysis Tuesday, January 26, 2021. WNW Wunong Net Tech Internet E-commerce $22.31-3.09-12.17% Business Description: Wunong Net Technology Company Limited operates as an online and mobile commerce company. Stock graph 3 months Industry graph 3 months Vectorvis Summary: WNW is overvalued compared to its price of $22.31 per share, has well below average safety, and is currently rated a sell. Recommendation: REC-SELL REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the VectorVest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value: current price $22.31, current value $3.48. WNW has a current value of $3.48 per share. Compared to a price of $22.31 per share, the stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential: relative value RV. Very poor RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. WNW has an RV of 0.24, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety: relative safety RS. Very poor RS is an indicator of risk. WNW has an RS rating of 0.43, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility, and other factors. Timing: relative timing RT. Very poor RT analyzes a stock's price trend. WNW has a relative timing rating of 0.06, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter, and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating: value, safety, timing VST. Very poor Vista is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. WNW has a VST rating of 0.28, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety, and timing. STOP: stop price $36.55. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. WNW has a stop of $36.55 per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. CI Comfort Index. Poor CI is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. WNW has a CI of 0.61, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. CI is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. WNW has a forecasted earnings growth rate of 1.00%, which VectorVest considers to be poor. EPS: earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. WNW has a forecasted EPS of $-0.05 per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. PE: price to earnings ratio. PE shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. WNW has a PE of -446.20. The average PE of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 65.44. EY: earnings yield. EY reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. WNW has an EY of -0.22%. This is below the current average of 1.53% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE growth to PE ratio. WNW has a GPE rating of 0.00. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. DIV dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in DIV. WNW does not pay a dividend. DY dividend yield. DY reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. WNW does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DY equals 100x DIV price. It is useful to compare DY with EY. If DY is not significantly lower than EY, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS dividend safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. WNW does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and EY levels that are much higher than DYDG. Dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. WNW does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG Vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DY, DS and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. WNW does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. AVGVOL. AVGVOL is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. WNW has an AVGVOL of 611,131 shares traded per day. Percent vol. Percent vol reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the AVGVOL. Percent vol equals volume. AVGVOL/AVGVOL 100. WNW had a percent vol of -40.47% on Tuesday, January 26, 2021. PRC. WNW price changed -12.17% from the prior day's closing price. Sales. WNW has annual sales of 10 million. Sales growth. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. WNW has a sales growth of 38.00% per year. This is excellent. Sales per share. SPS. WNW has annual sales of 41 cents per share. Price to sales ratio. PS. WNW has APS of 54.95. Shares. WNW has 25 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization. WNW has a market capitalization of 557 million. Business sector. WNW has been assigned to the Internet business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group. WNW has been assigned to the Internet e-commerce industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.